Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here, of course. I'm at Camp Serenity, one of my favorite places to camp. So excited to be here. It's always usually so quiet, and that's what I need right now in my life is peace and quiet. Particularly quiet. No noise, except for natural noise. So, hope you enjoy. Alright, I'm pretty stoked. I'm using the, first time using an internal frame backpack. I got this Teton scout3400. Won it from Happy Trails Hiking, great channel. I'll leave their link below. So I'm really excited about trying to check out this internal frame, because I've always been an external frame guy. So going for an overnight, and got my sleeping bag. I'm gonna take a small cooler with me. Instead of a pillow, I just bring a couple extra shirts, because you never know when you need a shirt, and I use the shirts as a pillow. Saves a little bit of space. Got my toiletries, got my tripod. I'm only doing an overnight. 3 bottles of water should be more than enough. Bear spray will be on my belt along with my knife. It's pretty close to turkey season, so I'm bringing my orange stuff. I got some rope, my UV light, my fire starter, which is always my prime way, official way to start fires, but in an emergency I have a lighter, and I need the lighter too because I got a stove. So, and then I have Lucy light, another solar light, trusty flashlight, a lantern. Over there is little writings and things that I do for swamp talks and stuff. I just put it in a baggie and think about things when I reflect on stuff. My little kitchen kit here. I always carry a couple of bags. They're always good to have, and of course trash bags, because there's always knuckleheads that leave trash in the woods. I got my chargers here. This is my grub. Just grabbed an orange off of my orange tree, some oatmeal, some pretzels, and there's a new thing, because I can't eat nuts and seeds, and I'm going to try this out. I'll probably talk more about that later. I always carry cable ties. They come in handy. And of course the knife will be on my belt. And my trusty Bakuma. And there it is. Everything I'll need on this overnight. I always overpack stuff. Because, oh, I forgot to mention, probably the most important thing in my pack is an extra pair of glasses, because if I lose my glasses, I'm blind as a bat. So I always bring an extra pair of glasses in my pack and also in my truck, because that would be a disaster. So alright, we're going to test this sucker out. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Alrighty, taking the back roads to a trailhead, hanging out for an overnight with my new backpack, sitting here jamming to some Smashing Pumpkins and driving the country roads. Good times, good times. I'm taking Fire Road to cut off some of the time of my hiking to get to the campsite. I'm on the edges of the Fire Road, because you can see it's nothing but sugar sand, and not the most pleasant thing to hike through. So I'm on the edges of it, where it's the soil's a little bit more firm, and really excited. It's nice to get out. Looking forward to a nice camp out at a place I call Serenity Camp. Is it just me, or whenever you see this sign here, campsite 1 mile, it feels like you walk 5 miles to get to it. I don't know why. I guess it's just all in your head, but it never seems like it's 1 mile. Okay, walking the quote-unquote 1 mile to the campsite already feels like I'm walking 3 miles to the campsite. I'll know when I get to the next fire road that I'm close to where the campsite is. Now I gotta go up and down a series of pine sand hills, which are like mountains for a swamp person like me. Well, I have a nice vista in the distance. I'm probably up 130 feet, 150 feet or so. So I get to look down into some of the pine woods. It's kind of cool. Oh, come on already. Are you for real with that 1 mile sign? Completely bogus. Come on. No sign of being near the campsite. Trudging more, trudging along. This is what I seek, my holy grail. Beauty, silence, stillness, quietness, solitude. That's all I need. I arrived at camp, and there's some wood here, which is kind of nice. It's all pine, burns really quick, so I'm still going to do some foraging, but it's nice to at least have a little bit of wood already here as I venture into the woods and do some foraging for more wood. But I enjoy doing that. It's one of my favorite things about camping, is setting up the wood for the campfire. So, really enjoying this. It's really nice. Very nice. Indeed. Good medicine. In my intro about the backpack, I was trying to show you about my Bakuma saw and how I found a clever way to protect the Bakuma saw from maybe possibly damaging the backpack. I just slide it right in this cooking pad here, and it keeps it in there. It's perfect size, and I could also use the cooking pad when I'm messing with the fire and stuff too, so it has a dual purpose, protecting the pack, and I can use it for when I'm playing around at the campfire, so it works out well. Cuts through wood like butter. It's so peaceful out here. The whole world could be falling apart, but here I am, in solitude and peace and quiet, and in the wilderness. Nothing better in the whole wide world. I'm a person who jots down things as soon as it comes to mind, because if I don't, I'm going to forget it. So I have this big collection of little pieces of index cards and slips of paper of ideas and thoughts that make up much of my swamp talks. So I bought a big collection of this paper to see if I can make a swamp talk out of it. So you may hear a swamp talk with this background here, which is kind of nice. But it's always important, when something comes into your mind, write it down before it disappears. Big time. It's important to do that. I've lost many great thoughts by not writing it down. So whenever you have a thought that you think is magnificent, write it down as soon as possible. I highly recommend it. I love when I don't run into other people and have a whole place to myself. Just awesome. Go for a little late afternoon hike. Come back, start a fire, relax. I already ate, so I don't have to worry about cooking. Got my bear bag hanging up, even though in this forest I really don't have to worry about it. Probably more raccoons would be an issue than bears, but just enjoy the woods and the quiet and the solitude, and come back, light a fire, and just enjoy the serenity. Enjoy the silence. I'm not much of a fancy person. I got this sleeping bag. I mean, there's certain gear that I really, if I can, I get all the time. I'm a big believer in the Kelty brand. But I got this sleeping bag at Marshall's. It was like 25 bucks. It's perfect for Florida. It's kept me warm, and it's so light, and it's easily packed. So I dig it a lot. Northeast Outdoors. And I'm not fancy with fancy pillow and sleeping pads and stuff like that. Just give me this cheap sleeping bag and a couple of t-shirts for my pillow, and I'm set to go. I processed enough wood to get me through the night. I probably won't even use all that because it's really warm. But I was really surprised to find some oak. Usually it's just pine out here, so I got some nice sturdy oak logs that'll burn for a while. And I cleaned up the campsite. I put a bunch of cuttable logs up against a tree for the next person that comes here, has them there. And I'm sure I'll probably have some leftovers here, so whoever camps after me will have some fresh cut firewood. But I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things about camping, is processing wood and setting up the campsite. I love that. It's awesome. Nighttime is the right time to sit by the fire and just relax. There's nothing like it. It's very primeval. Heading down to the bear bag. I'm awake. It's a beautiful day. Another good day to be alive. Well, I am really impressed with this Teton Scout3400 internal frame bag. I am just amazed at how much stuff it stores, and I still have room. So that's really cool. I was complaining about the squeaky noise that I had yesterday, but I'm not having it today. I adjusted the straps, and that seemed to do the trick. But yeah, it's become my favorite. I've always been a real, like I said, external frame guy, but this is now my new favorite backpack. It's awesome.